In this video, we are going to discuss financial statement of companies, and we will also try to learn the format of balance sheet using the mnemonics. So let us start. So first of all, we have meaning of financial statements. So what are financial statements? Simply, they mean a summary of accounts of business enterprise. So when we say financial statement, it not only means balance sheet, but it also includes the other statement also, which shows the financial position of the business. It may be income statement, it may be a statement of changes in equity, it may be cash flow statement, it may be explanatory notes. Basically, they are something which is prepared at the end of the year. That is why they are known as the end product of financial accounting period. We have some important features of financial statements like historical. It is historical in nature. When we say historical, that means it is related to past. When we prepare balance sheet or final accounts, that is prepared on the basis of the transactions which we have made in past. Expressed in monetary terms. That means everything we are recording in our financial statements is able to be expressed in money, in monetary terms. We can find the value of that particular item in the monetary terms. For example, debtors. So if we record the debtors in the balance sheet, we can record the debtors that we have debtors of 20,000, 2 lakh or whatsoever amount. Then it shows the financial position, which means this is the basics. That balance sheet, it shows the financial position of the firm. Cash flow statement, it shows the position of cash. So basically the financial statements show the position. So let us now talk about balance sheet. Balance sheet is a statement in which we have assets, liabilities, and shareholders' equity. Shareholders' equity is nothing but it is a capital. In class 11th, when we used to study final account of sole proprietor, we used to have assets, liabilities, and capital. Same is here in the case of company. But we are only changing the name of capital as shareholder equity. The main difference between the company and the other forms of business organization is that in company every accounting practice is done on the basis of some act or some rule. So in the same way, the balance sheet in the case of company is prepared on the basis of Companies Act 2013. Companies Act 2013 gives us a Schedule 3 in which part 1 is there, and in part 1 we have the balance sheet. We have the rules regarding the balance sheet, that how balance sheet will be prepared, how a company will present the position of its assets, liabilities, and shareholders equity. So basically, this is the reason that why we cannot change any item in the balance sheet of the company. Like in normal sole proprietors financial statements, we could change the amount, not amounts, I'm sorry. We could change the place of the items. We could change the position of cash. We could change the position of debtors. We can write them in any way. But in the case of balance sheet of company, there is a specific place for every item. There is a proper format which is to be followed. So that is the main difference between the balance sheet or financial statement of companies and financial statement of other forms of organization. So here we have the format of the balance sheet, the normal balance sheet, the balance sheet of sole proprietor, which we used to prepare in class 11th. So this format, you can clearly see that we have liabilities and assets. In liabilities, we have current liabilities, non-current liabilities, and capital. In assets, we have current assets and non-current assets. So this will help us to prepare the balance sheet of the company. So this is given here to revise our previous knowledge, that what we already know about the balance sheet. Because the concepts are going to be same, only the format is being changed in this case. So now we will discuss the company's balance sheet. So company's balance sheet is prepared using same principles, and it only differs in the presentation. Like I just told you, that the concepts are going to remain the same. Same liabilities, assets, capital, but just we have changed the name of it. We are now calling it with the name of shareholders equity. So the concepts will be same. We have to change the way of presentation. The one major change in the balance sheet of company and balance sheet of sole proprietor is this, that the balance sheet of sole proprietor used to prepare in horizontal form. Horizontal form means the item used to look like this. Liabilities here and assets here. But when we will prepare the balance sheet of company, the items will be prepared vertically. The balance sheet will be prepared in the vertical form. Like this. So this is the format of the balance sheet of a company according to the part 1 of schedule 3. So this is very important. We have to memorize it, that balance sheet is given in which schedule? Schedule 3. In which part? Part 1 of schedule 3. So here we have the proper format of the balance sheet, and this format is according to the company's law. And also for the students of ISC board, this is the syllabus prescribed by your board also. So there may be some changes for the students who are from CBSE boards, but those who are in ISC, they can consider this format as the format which they have to prepare. So this is how it is prepared. First we write the name of the company, and then balance sheet as at. So as at means in this particular date we are preparing the balance sheet. Generally this date is 31st March. That is the ending date of the financial year. So on the top you have to write the name of the company, then you will write the date for which you are on which you are preparing the balance sheet, and then on the right corner you will express the rupees, because you may show the rupees in lakh, in thousands, in hundred, so the figures can be represented in that way also. So here we have 1 2 3 4 columns. So in these 4 columns we have particulars, note number, figure at the end of current reporting period, figures at the end of previous reporting period. This is also one of the main change in the balance sheet of the company, that in sole proprietor's balance sheet we only used to prepare one column for amount only, but here we prepare 2 columns for amount, one for the current year and the other one for the previous year. The reason is comparison. In in this kind of balance sheet, we will be able to compare our position of assets and liabilities with the assets and liabilities of the last year. So this is why we have to write the make the two column for amount in the balance sheet. Then we have two heads. Vertically, we will have to write them equity and liabilities and assets. Equity is nothing but just the capital. Then we have shareholders fund, share application money, pending allotment. So these items which are written in the bold, these are the heads, and the items uh, under these heads are known as the subheads. So we will try to learn these heads and subheads sequentially. So that is the main thing in the case of company's balance sheet. So here we have a very interesting mnemonic technique which we can use to learn the items of the company's balance sheet, that we will discuss in the next video. So for now, thank you for watching my video, and please do support. This is my first video, so I'm expecting and I'm anticipating a very positive support from your side. Thank you.